Good morning everyone. So, well, it's not good morning, I don't know what I'm talking about, it's the afternoon. We are in our local town and we are going to do a local low waste grocery shop on a budget because that's what you guys have asked for. A lot of you wanted to see how feasible it would be to be on a budget as a vegan whilst also trying to reduce on plastic. So we're going shop locally. So we're going to a local like low waste shop in Falmouth called Unwrap. And I haven't been there before but I've heard lots of good things, so we've brought lots of jars and bags. We're going to load up on some produce and some stuff, food, and see how much it costs. I've not really set myself a budget this time. I think we're thinking 25 to 30 quid. A little bit more expensive.
Yeah, it's hard to know to begin with.
So it's like £15 per head. We'll see. We might go over, I don't know, but let's give it a go. So we just nipped into Baker Tom's to get a loaf of bread, and funnily enough saw someone, a sister of one of our best friends in college, which was really nice. But yeah, we just got a loaf of bread and then now we're going to go to Unwrap. This is like my favourite lip balm. It's a Cornish brand. Scents. And it's like so waste because it's made from cardboard. I've got 2 of these at home. They're so good. That went well. We spent £9
and something.
£9.68 I thought.
Yeah, that could be it.
But I will confirm on the screen. That's really good. That's like solidly under 10 quid for a load of oats, a load of lentils. Sorry about the car.
Here's the stuff.
Yeah, so all that stuff. Loads of lentils, loads of oats.
Rice, pasta,
beans, chickpeas.
Yeah.
Sorry about all the wind. We'll show you when we get home. We will go get some fresh vegetables and fruit and that kind of thing, and I want to be on the side of spending less and then we can always come back and get more during the week. But if you do live in Cornwall, definitely visit Unwrap and say I sent you. And it's a great place.
Use code Maddie for 10% off your order.
No, she was really nice in there, so if you're watching, hello! Okay, so we have done our shopping and I feel like this was a bit all over the place this time.
Yeah, well, we didn't really prepare what we were having, did we?
No, and we...
making meals in our head when we were in the shop.
And we also got a veg box rather than going to the shop. So you saw us go to the zero waste shop in Falmouth, which we'll go through the prices in a minute. But what you didn't see is that we went to a festival on Saturday. So we went shopping for this on Friday. And then we were like, oh, we're going out tomorrow. Let's go to the festival and then we'll nip into the local farm shop and see where we can go get some fruit locally, like somewhere without any waste. The local farm shop or the market we were going to go to wasn't on. So we went to the festival and we came across Riverford. Riverford, my mum has used as long as I can remember, at least 5 years.
Yeah.
She loves it, so I've always meant to sign up to it ever since we moved here. We were like, we need to sign up to.
Kept forgetting.
Yeah. So we were there, and they had a stall at the festival. So we thought, let's sign up. It was £17.95.
85 actually.
£17.85 for a medium fruit and veg box to be delivered, and it was delivered straight away. And the only thing is, obviously, this comes in plastic, but.
I wonder if you can give that back to them.
Maybe.
I don't know if they allow that, because you give the box back and
yeah.
reuse it up to 10 times, they said, which is good.
So that's obviously got plastic on it, but I feel like you're hard pushed to find lettuce without plastic. But we'll go through the box in a minute. So we spent £9.68 in the zero waste shop. This was £17.85. We also got some bread, which was
£2.85.
And then we also got some soy milk from Tesco, which doesn't really count in this. Oh, I don't care. It's one of those things. This one's kind of a bit of, it's not a specific supermarket, but we need some soy milk.
Yeah. Well, you can't really get like local soy milk.
You can't, and you can't get it not packaged like this where we are anyway. And I did think about making oat milk, but I don't know whether we would be able to make it and then have enough left for us to eat stuff with.
Didn't think of that. Oh, well.
It would be a good thing to do, to make oat milk as well if you want to be completely low waste. But without further ado, because we're going on,
They're 59p each.
let's go through what we've got. So Alex has calculated, because we actually forgot to get a receipt, he's calculated how much each thing cost.
We got a receipt, but it doesn't itemise.
No, we didn't itemise everything. But we got a lot. I was really impressed, and we're going to be going back there for all our shops, I think, because it's really good.
You start off your shop there.
Yeah, so we got some pasta, and this was how much?
It was £1.93.
£1.93 for how many grams?
Ooh, 685 grams of penne.
So do you know how that compares? Is that cheaper or more expensive? Did you think about that?
I did, yes. So that was 28.2p per 100 grams, and the stuff we buy in the shop is 5.8p.
So it's a lot more expensive.
Pasta is the one where it's a lot cheaper to buy it in the supermarket.
Good to know. But this is the thing, like if you are trying to reduce waste, you could get the real cheap stuff if you are able to get access to a bulk store from there, and then anything else you can go to a normal supermarket for. So that's a good way of doing it. This is chickpeas. Now these are way cheaper and they're organic too.
£1.29.
£1.29 for that.
And that is 430 grams.
Yeah. So how much is it usually when you get a tin of chickpeas from like Tesco?
Well, because it's hard to know exactly, because online it says they can double in weight or triple in weight. So I've been like conservative and done double. So for the ones we normally buy, the chickpeas are 40p per 100 grams, and the ones we bought are 30p.
So getting the dry is worth it.
There's no waste, and they're organic.
So the reason we don't usually get dry, lots of people ask us like, why don't you get dried chickpeas? It's because we typically shop in the supermarket and get our chickpeas from there, or if we were going to a greengrocer's, they'll have like tins of chickpeas, because the dried chickpeas always comes in plastic.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to go to one that doesn't have the plastic.
Yeah, and the kidney beans.
And kidney beans.
£1.10.
£1.10.
338 grams. Supermarket kidney beans are a bit cheaper. So
are they?
They're about the similar sort of price.
Okay.
But again, they're organic if that's what you're after.
Kidney beans are always really cheap in the supermarket though. They're really good. This is some short grain brown rice.
Organic.
Organic?
Yeah, everything's organic I think in that shop. They were £2.10.
Yeah, for how many grams?
For 775. How that compares, so if you wanted organic rice in the supermarket, it's about the same price. Normal brown rice is cheaper, but again, it's all wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, okay. Lentils?
That was £1.80.
£1.80.
For about 500 grams.
Yeah.
514. And that is, if you wanted organic, that's cheaper than the supermarket organic. But the supermarket regular is again a bit cheaper, it's 25p.
Okay. So things are generally more cheap, obviously. I mean, I knew that already, I didn't need to go
in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I feel like it's not necessarily because it's from a zero waste shop, it's because it's organic.
Yeah.
That seems to be the
it's
main
honestly not.
But it's not majorly.
The difference isn't as much as I thought it would be. And oats, I knew when we were in the shop, I could see the organic jumbo oats we always buy. They're cheaper.
Yeah.
They were £1.33 for 800 grams, and they're 16 point. This is really detailed. 16.4p per 100 grams. And the
Alex loves this stuff.
Yeah.
He's been away in the other room calculating.
And the one we get in the supermarket is 21.3p per 100 grams.
Yeah.
But the dirt cheap one we normally get, or we got for the budget shop, that's 7.5p.
Yeah.
So again, if you want like the big, I prefer the big oats.
Me
like the whole
too,
oats.
I do. You can do more with them. You can cook with them and bake with them.
Yeah, in the supermarket they're more expensive.
And I find them more filling.
Yes.
That's another thing, like porridge oats, because they're broken down a bit more, I find I get I can eat more of them.
It's like oatmeal, properly oatmeal. It's really like, it turns into like a mush, like baby food. So people who say they don't like porridge, it's often because they have
whole oats.
A bowl of slop. Whereas if you have the whole oats, it's really nice.
I do like both, but these generally I find a bit more filling. But anyway, so that was everything we got in the zero waste shop. So that was £9.68. And I think that's really good. We've never actually shopped at a zero waste shop before. We've gone to greengrocers and like some random bulk stuff and like Infinity Foods in Brighton when we lived there. But we've never done the classic like zero waste shop.
I've never done it with food. We've done it with like cleaning products and laundry detergent.
Yeah. No, but I mean, we've been to like shops and bulk bought, but we've never gone to a zero waste shop.
No.
Which is kind of cool because we didn't have, as far as I'm aware, there wasn't one in Hove or Brighton. There was one in Brighton.
But it was, you'd have to like drive there, you can't park, so it was...
We thought it was better for us to walk to the supermarket than be driving in.
What's the point in driving to the low waste shop?
Yeah. Anyway, it's not a story about our lives. We went to Baker Tom's to get a loaf of bread. It's a local bakery. That's another great thing to do to support local business, is to go to like a local bakery to get your bread. This was an expensive loaf of bread. It's £2.85. 85, so it's pricey, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot more delicious and probably more filling, again, I think.
But also, if it's out of your budget, you can go into the supermarket and buy an unwrapped loaf of bread.
You can.
Tesco, I know, some supermarkets don't, but Tesco, you can get it for like £1.10.
Yeah.
For like a big loaf with no plastic.
So far, I think we're doing quite well. So this is the Riverford Organic Farmers box, and as I said, my mum's had this for years, so I knew that they were good, and I knew that it was...
Explain what...
I knew it was a good option, and I'm actually really impressed with everything that we've got. So this is everything we've got, and it's a lot. There's a lot of food in here, and it's for 2 people. They recommend to get a medium box. I'm in no way affiliated with Riverford, by the way. I paid for this with my own money. Okay, so we've got a little description. Welcome to Riverford. And A to Z of fruit and veg. Oh, that's cool. So I guess they tell you the kind of veg that they will come in your boxes. And then the really cool thing is you sign up online and then you can choose your box every week. You can add things, you can take things off, you can change, you can just do basically your online shop on there and add things that you want to have each week. So if you know you're cooking for more people, you can add more. If you know you want to cook a certain recipe, you can add them on there. And also he told me that they source everything as locally as they can, but when they can't get it locally, so for example the tomatoes, they do go further afield, but it is organic. But he said they were working with 7 different farmers in Cornwall. So as much, everything they can get local. Obviously you can't get like bananas locally, so they won't get those local. And then I think he said that the tomatoes were from Spain.
Oh, okay.
I think, but yeah, I think a lot of it will be, but it just depends.
That says Mexico Fair Trade.
Mexico Fair Trade. So they do their best, and they also said when it comes to sending it to you and delivering it, they do it on the same route. So they try and get it all done in one go, so that they're not using any extra fuel and stuff.
Which is better than every single person driving to the supermarket.
Exactly, and that does save a lot, because a part of the reason lots of people don't find the time to go to a zero waste shop and then go to a farmer's market is because you have to coordinate your time properly and you have to make a lot of different trips. Alex and I were looking into the different markets in Cornwall, and they're all on different weekends, so it's like the 3rd Saturday of the month there's one down there, and then the 2nd Sunday of the month there's one in the other town. So if we were to go down that route, you'd have to organise your time, and sometimes with you know the busy modern life you lead, it's difficult.
Yes.
So I actually think the convenience of this is wonderful, and then we can go to markets when we want. Anyway, I really am talking a lot. Bananas, broccoli, which is great because I love broccoli. We eat it constantly. Got some carrots, some like proper carrots. Does anybody have any ideas about what to do with this stuff? The bit on the top, can you use that? Or is it just not usable?
I think we can make a stock or
maybe
something.
I love though that it comes like that. It just makes it more fun, doesn't it? Got some asparagus. I think I'm gonna make some pasta with this. And I've got some tomatoes, which are great, and they also come in a little box.
It looks like recycled cardboard.
It looks like recycled cardboard, yeah. And then I've got a bag of potatoes, which is great, and I'm assuming these are all very local. I'm assuming these are probably Cornish potatoes. I would imagine. And then we've got loads of apples and pears. So all of these apples and pears, which are great because I'm going to put these all in my porridge every day, in our porridge every day.
Wow, there's loads.
So there's loads of them, which I think is really nice because it means there's loads of snacks. And then we have a lettuce, which is also really good.
That looks tasty, actually.
It does look like a really good buttery
like
lettuce.
But...
So there's quite a lot in there. We will see how we go with the week, because Alex was dubious that this would last the both of us for the week, but we'll see.
Because in my head, like if we make a curry or something, you want to make like a dal. I always think, oh, you need chopped tomatoes, but if you could actually use the whole tomatoes,
yeah,
and you could use them in a sandwich. So
I think
I'm
we'll be fine.
interested to see how we go.
And then of course soy milk, which is not package free at all, and I know that these boxes are not very good for the environment, but there are a lot of reasons why I do buy soy milk rather than make my own oat milk, because they are fortified. And if you are vegan, whenever you're having milk throughout the day, you know, you're having your porridge, you're having your tea, I'm having my 10 cups of tea, you're getting your B12, you're getting your calcium, your riboflavin, your vitamin D, and that is important to me. I know that I do supplement with like tablets every day, but sometimes you forget. I don't take them every day, I sometimes forget.
If we have leftover oats, maybe we could try and make oat milk at the end.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do that for months.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, I think, that you have to weigh up the pros and the cons. I think if you're having a lot of milk every day, I think having the fortified stuff is good. But anyway, the jury's out on that one. Let me know what your thoughts are. So that's everything we got. I'm really happy with it and I'm impressed. I'm going to be excited for how this will go with the week if we manage to survive off just this. So it's, I guess, like £15–16 per head?
Yes.
For both of us?
Yeah. It's like
16?
No, less than 16.
Just under 16, so 15 something, which I think is really good. And if we manage to not use too much stuff from the cupboard, you guys were really like, go ahead, use stuff from the cupboard, it's very normal. The first video I put out was very much like, I want to do like a budget shop for those of you who are really on a budget and go vegan and do it like for the cheapest amount. But I think that I'm getting feedback from you all that maybe some of you are on a really strict budget, but a lot of you are on more of a budget where you want to keep it under £15, but you do still have stuff in your cupboards. Which most people do. You have some things in the fridge left over, some things in the cupboards that you need to use up. So we're going to use some bits and pieces of that here and there. Also,
we didn't buy tea because you've got loads of tea.
Yeah, loads of tea already. Got spices already, got lots of condiments already. I think those things are in most people's cupboards. So you were really like good about that. And also you were really good and kind about the fact that if I'm going to be eating and doing this every month, I've got to keep my sanity and keep eating intuitively. So you guys are very sweet, thank you. So stay tuned, subscribe to see the following video where we make lots of recipes from this, and I'm really excited. The next video I'm going to do is going to be clearing out my cupboard, the pantry. So doing like a week where we basically spend as little money as possible. Oh, I see, right. Because I just went and tidied up the kitchen and there's so much stuff in our cupboards from just doing recipe videos all the time. So, and I think some of us get to that point where our pantries are full and we're like, oh, so it's a really good thing to do every month. We used to do this when we were on a massive budget, is to go in your pantry and only buy like fresh food. So maybe we'll only get our riverford delivery and then only use the stuff in the cupboard so that you get through everything. Yeah, that'll be good. So I think that's what's coming the next month's video, and then after that I think I will do maybe Lidl, Asda or Morrison's seem to be the ones that are the most popular ideas. Is that what's left? There's also Waitrose and Sainsbury's. There's loads. We'll do all them all. We'll get through them all, don't you worry. But hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, what about, sorry, before you end, what about a low-waste supermarket shop? Yes, that's what loads of people said too. That's the next thing. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see a low-waste supermarket shop. So rather than going for the cheapest option, we go for the cheapest option that is not packaged. Yeah. Because the first video, I did the deliberate thing of choosing the cheapest option to kind of highlight how bad it can be if you are on a budget with plastic. So we know that there are package-free options in supermarkets and you can do that on a budget too. So enough of my rambling. Let's say goodbye and we'll see you when we are cooking all of the recipes. Bye. Bye.